So guys, we have a very interesting day. We have the markets waking up. We have PEPE. Look at these altcoins currently moving and a great pump from Bitcoin. So obviously we have Bitcoin sitting back at the areas of the $30,000. This is big, guys. It's crazy how all of a sudden from a few days back or a week or two back, everyone was sitting and it's over. It's over, right? You got all of the FUD. And again, guys, I want you to keep using this journey for you to understand how to track these things, track your emotions. Whenever you see everyone saying it's going to zero and it's all going down, know where we are emotionally. Jump onto the chart, look where we're at, and if we're holding crazy areas, you know what to do. You want to use and feed off of this FUD and off of this fear for you to build your positions. You now know when there's ultimate fear in the market, build your positions, because at some point it changes. And people are like goldfish, because literally now what you have is you have the whole market waking up, and everything has changed. A lot of people now are changing and starting to turn bullish again. And they will forget about the pain that just came over the last few weeks. I want you to not do that. I actually want you to start doing something for me. When this bull market, whenever it may start, it could have started right now. I want you, whenever that red day happens and all the pain you've been through in crypto, I want you to take your phone. I want you to take a video of yourself and tell yourself exactly how you feel at this moment and go watch that video when this market goes bullish again to know what did you want. So for example, in the last week, I did it. I said, Sheldon, when you get to this certain amount, you feel like this right now. When it gets there, never feel like this again and take your profits when it gets here. Send yourself messages in the bear market of where you're feeling like it's going nowhere so that when the bull does come, and you do go into this crazy mindset, you stay focused and you keep your head down and strong. But as it goes for the charts now, we are getting something happening again. Now it's time to get focused and to get going. Yes, we can cry about the hard times. Now it's money time and we take advantage of what's to come. So in the show, I'm going to speak about where we're going with Bitcoin. Is it going to break the $31,000 level? If so, are we going to see the squeeze that goes up to $35,000, if not a $40,000 Bitcoin? Where's the dominance going from here? Because we're starting to get a red dominance today. And ultimately, it's starting to get the altcoins to start waking up. I don't know about you guys, but we look at this now and we're like, whoa, quite a great day within some altcoins. We're going to speak about Ethereum. We're going to speak about Ethereum and what are we looking for Ethereum to break against Bitcoin? And when is Ethereum going to start running up with Bitcoin? We know that it does happen. But when that happens, it's going to help dominance slow down. And you're going to end up having a whole bunch of altcoins rise with it. I don't think every altcoin in the market is going to run anymore. I think it is going to be narrative driven. And we are going to shift from different narratives. But now's the time to be alive. Now's the time to make money. Much love to you all. No more wasting time. Let's get into the show.
Click, click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click, click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the charts, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click, click, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the charts, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. Enter the sniper, click, click. Enter the sniper.
Banter fam, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today's a celebration. It's good to just have a bounce. This has been a big thing, guys. Been waiting for a bounce. And at least we got some sort of bounce. And now we got to start tracking. We got to start tracking and see, will this be a really strong run? When are the altcoins going to come? And now everything that you've learned throughout the 2 years, you just got to implement it now. And now we start. Who knows? This could be the run of the slow grind to the upside. Again, they tried to get Bitcoin down to the early 20,000s and it's back at $30,000, guys. There is strength. As much as we want to deny and say we could still be in this range for a while, yes, that's fine, but also have a plan for when it wakes up. So if you're brand new to the channel, smash the subscribe button, smash the like button. Remember, guys, we have a few things. Banter Bubbles. Sign up to Banter Bubbles. You get the app. And you can get the web where you can go on to Google, put in Banter Bubbles, and you'll get all the bubbles with the chats. I got logged out of mine, and that's why I'm using Crypto Bubbles, but it will no longer happen. I know Run will come to me and say, Sheldon, Banter Bubbles. Then what we have secondly, guys, if we have Sniper School, this cohort is closed, but the new one is starting in 3 to 4 weeks. I would say, guys, if this market wakes up, you don't have much time to really get the tools that you need. So join Sniper School, go below, click the registration button. There are 3 basic steps that you can follow to get in. We have many exchanges that you got to use to sign up to get sponsored. We have CoinW for those who are in the US. So I'll jump over here to CoinW quickly. I actually have a nice small trade because I've taken a whole bunch of trades. This one played out beautifully, the sand, which is at 155% profits, which is amazing. I'm busy with the Chosen Ones episode right now. I have all the boys downstairs, and we decided to order 100 pizzas. So probably this profit's going to pay for those 100 pizzas. We're not going to eat it all. We're going to go giving it away. But again, crypto's there to create, right? I'm going to be showing you the trades that I'm in. The only account that I'm struggling with a little bit is the 𝗍𝗿𝗵𝗵 one. This one, the stoppages, and I just never got my AVAX token run over there. But I want to show you the next portfolio that we've been running, which was a $45,000 portfolio. It's now $70,000 over here. I'm going to explain the trades that I'm in at the moment over here with THETA, VET, and how I'm trading the next market. So guys, open any of these exchanges, deposit $100 and join Sniper School. Cool. Let's get into it and let's start looking at where we're at. So Bitcoin, great break. Well done on erasing and destroying the bears. I think many people that shorted got destroyed. Definitely through the last 2-3 days, you know, there must have been a lot of liquidations to the upside, but we spoke about a squeeze. We spoke about that this is the hardest part for a breakout, is coming up to a trend line. So whenever you get to a trend line, it takes volume. And then once you got the break, all of a sudden price just starts to accelerate really quickly. And that basically means a lot of people were shorting this area. We had the 200 weekly, we had many moving averages sitting here, many shorters, many people that were probably offloading their portfolios. And as soon as it broke the trend and got through those walls, we started to see this strong acceleration. And that's why you'll tend to see that it will start and it will break and it just won't stop. And now it just starts to accelerate really quickly. And now we're sitting at 31,000, guys, the 30 to 31,000. We ended up tapping out yesterday at 30,700. So it's basically this resistance over here. And what I have right now is what you're starting to see with Bitcoin. And it's quite interesting, guys, is, you know, when you start off, you know, you go through like a sideways range and all of a sudden you start to expand. But then what you get is, you know, we always focus on these wedges. So you see this little wedge that I pointed over here. What that basically means is you've either had a big move before and then it starts to wedge and basically starts to make a decision that are we going to go back down to where we started or are we going to start the next push to the upside? But you usually see the wedge go in this like narrow sort of position, right? Very similar to this wedge over here. The difference this time is you get an opposite wedge. And what that wedge is you actually track the wedge this way. Okay, and what it's basically showing you is on the shorter time frame, you are getting the big move and then it creates a wedge and then the next move. Cool. But what it's showing you is we are getting, you know, bigger and bigger range with Bitcoin. As you can see, we started off in this range of 16 to the 23 in the beginning of the year. Now, all of a sudden, look how the range is getting bigger. So every time Bitcoin's going through a phase of getting the bulls and then bears, each time at the moment is getting bigger. And if you look at this now, you basically got to look at the charts and be like, where did we stop yet again? We stopped near the highs, which makes sense. This is like the last area on the shorter time frame that the bears are going to try hold control. But above that, you start the weekly squeeze. And that weekly squeeze takes us up to the areas of 36 to 38, which now become a possibility again, especially if we break this area. And what this wedge is implying over here is that we're going to keep expanding this range. It's going to keep getting bigger at the moment until one of these lines are broken. So what that's indicating is when I drew this up over here, this trend went all the way up there. And it's showing that this next move on Bitcoin could be one of the biggest ones than what we've seen out of both of these moves over here. And when I put that trend line in, it highlighted this area over here. I then took a horizontal and I'm like, okay, if we get through these horizontals over here, where's the next ones? And the next ones show this area over here. So again, what it's implementing is if we get through this $31,000 level, we're going to start to see a higher time frame squeeze that will basically start to get this acceleration to the higher levels. And this next push could possibly get us to the areas of the 36,000. Now we got to sit and be level headed and be like, okay, whoa, but Sheldon, if we're at 30 and it goes to 36, like, should I buy right now? Let's talk about the two scenarios that could play out over here. So the first one that you want to see is that we don't have any breaks from the bulls. They just say, you've had a few weeks now, we're coming in hot and we're not stopping. So what you'll basically see is you'll see price move through this, maybe go to the 32, 33, have a quick pullback to where that 30,000 was, the area that we broke, and then shoot through to those areas over there. That's one of the scenarios. So what you'll basically do is you'll go look at your time frames. So if you jump on here, all the time frames are at the top. So on the smaller time frame, it's saying like, whoa, just be careful, like just be a little bit more patient. But you're also waiting to see what happens on the chart. So all of a sudden, if this starts to break out, you're not buying it, okay? Especially if you still want to be buying in this market and adding to portfolio, you're not buying it. But what you're doing is you're making sure that we break this high. Once we break the high, there's going to be a retest. And ultimately in that retest over there, this RSI is going to come down. Now, what I want you guys to do and focus about your next buys, because I think this could be really good buys for the next 2 to 3 months. We have the weekly stochastic RSI at the bottom, implying that the bulls could respond for a few weeks, not just this week alone. So it means you really got to time this properly about buying the red and selling the green. Don't get too FOMO-y and don't get too caught in it. So what you want to see is on this next break over here, if this play plays out, I'll speak about the next one now. You want to see RSI come down. You want to hold the level we just broke out, and that will create a trend to the downside and put that trend in. And from there, that's where you want to buy and put your stops in this area over here. Okay, that's the first scenario where we just decide to rocket straight away. Second scenario is we have a small pullback first. This 30K holds one more time. Okay, the $31,000 level holds. And what basically happens, so let's just put this in over here, is we start a pullback right now. So right now we decide to pull back. Then what I want you to do is I want you to jump straight back. Let me actually bring up and see if my education thing is here. Okay, it's not here, but basically what that means is this is very clearly a higher high. It's a bull leg. You want to buy that pullback. So you want to zoom in now and you want to be like, okay, let me take my Fibonacci. Let's go see where Bitcoin would pull back to first before we have the breakout. You want to buy on the RSIs down, guys. As much as you want to FOMO in right now, it's not the time. We will get the next pullback at any moment, and that's when we'll load up. The main thing is we're breaking the structures in the high time frame, so it is okay to buy on the pullbacks. So what you want to do is you want to take your Fibonacci tool over here, and you want to go from the bottom to the top, and you want to see where is my 618. There's my 618 over there. Secondly, is there any horizontals that match that? Remember, you want 2 or 3 things to tell you to buy. So all of a sudden, you got 618 here, and you have a horizontal. So what it's showing is if Bitcoin decides to pull back right now, it will come back to the 27,500 to the 28,000. That's where it will come back to. Okay, why? Because I have 618 there and I have a horizontal. And thirdly, what you want to see is if price starts coming down to that area and this RSI on the daily, on the 12-hour gets to the bottom and we are perfectly in that zone, boom, that's the buy. Okay, so it just means right now that we are right in resistance. So any buys you make right now, you might get trapped really hard, especially on smaller time frame and leverage. But if we do start reversing here, this is your buy zone. That's your area to buy. That's where you put your stops below this major trend. And from there, we should break, boom, and start making our way to the higher levels. So it's just about saying, okay, there's 2 scenarios to play out now. Let me prep for either. So the first one, again, was us breaking through, testing, and then on its way, you want to get this buy over here. Or secondly, we pull back right now, we get the buy over here, and then we start to go. Either way, I do think that Bitcoin breaks this 31,000 high on this push, or in the next few days, I think it breaks it. And then I think it gets wild, because as much as we have an area of 36, this could easily start pushing back to the 40. It's crazy because everyone's in denial. It's in that phase right now. And who knows, if we do start getting to 40,000, this may be disbelief. This may be the disbelief phase on the market cheat sheet. And that's when people don't believe it. They're like, whoa, but then they get to the point where I have to believe it now. Like Bitcoin's $40,000. So it's crazy, guys. By the way, remember, smash the like button. Smash the like button. Cool. Let's get back into over here and let's go chat through the rest quickly. So the next big thing I want to speak about quickly is the dominance. Where's this going? And when are we going to get a real altcoin run? Now, guys, I'm not going to sit here and say it's alt season right now. The guys did, by mistake, put it on the title this morning. And I made sure like, whoa, guys, not direct alt season. Direct. This may be the start. Maybe we'll track that. But ultimately, altcoin pump. definitely a catch up from altcoins. And you're going to see the money flow to Bitcoin, to altcoins, to Bitcoin, to altcoins. And we got to be ready for that. Because at the end of the day, Bitcoin's fun, but the money's to be made in altcoins. There's no doubt about it. So where we're at with dominance right now is we are pretty close, guys. We are not too far from our major resistance. We have the daily stochastic RSI at the top. So meaning that, you know, this money flowing to Bitcoin is going to come to some sort of end at some point, and we're going to have a distribution back into altcoins. And then we're going to look at the charts and be like, where are we? So firstly, we broke through that major range. Secondly, now we are now at this area over here, which is our next resistance, which is the 52 to the 53%. We did hit yesterday 51.85%. So I still think there's a little bit more, and we have this area over here. So guys, who knows right now? Because if Bitcoin continues this rampage and this goes up over here, this might be the rejection point. Not to go all the way back down, but to go over here. And this is a huge altcoin catch up. And in order for that to happen, we need this chart to go up, which now is sitting at 618. And this is the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. So if you have a look, what I did is I saw that this was a bullish move. I'm looking at where's the pullback. And ultimately from that, I'm looking at when are we going to start, you know, progressing? When are we going to get Ethereum to start waking up? And it's probably going to be on the break of the 2100 because it stopped at 1900. So it may still, you know, be a little bit underperforming than Bitcoin. But as soon as that happens, if we get past the 2100 area, the hype's going to come back into ETH and everyone's going to be talking about ETH again. And that could be the time where that dominance really rejects hard because you're going to have Ethereum catch up and therefore it's going to drop dominance. And therefore a lot of altcoins are going to start running with it. So it's a very interesting stage. But where we're at right now is we're at the 618. Okay, we're at the 618 right now. If we look at the RSIs, I want to have a look at the daily and see where we're at. The daily on the floor. So therefore, again, it's saying, okay, guys, as much as Bitcoin's going, I think Bitcoin's too expensive right now. But there's still a lot of altcoins on the next pullback that I think are good. And the same thing with Ethereum. If you're an Ethereum believer right now, on the next pullback on Ethereum, this can be the bounce for the Ethereum to Bitcoin. And once we're through that trend, we can start the rampage of Ethereum again. And this will happen when the dominance comes down. So again, it's just implying that yes, Bitcoin is pumping right now, but don't focus so much on Bitcoin. Focus on what comes next and what can go next. Great show. I appreciate it. Thank you. So let's jump to the actual Ethereum chart. So this is good. Really good on Ethereum. And you could see we broke the daily wedge. So if I take this little trend over here, we broke that trend and we had this little area over here. And again, where did it bounce? It bounced perfectly on the trend line. Boom. So where it bounced was really strong. Now we're breaking out. So what's going to happen is there was zero retest right now, and there's probably a retest coming. And I think it's a great time to be getting into ETH as well as altcoins with stop losses. I'll show you guys where it is. But ultimately, this over here is rampaging to the upside, and we're going to have some sort of pullback and then the continuation. So what it's saying is there is a pullback coming. There's a small pullback coming, definitely. But ETH is the one we want to get. And we want to basically get it around the 1800. In this area over here, on the breakouts, this is where we want to go. Does not mean this current push that it's doing now, that the high is in just yet. Doesn't mean it's in just yet, okay? What you want to see is you want to see this go up and you want to start to see the little bit of redness forming. When that starts to happen, you can see that this is a bullish move. So you want to take your Fibonacci, bottom to top, and where are the areas? And it's all printing at the moment around the $1,800 level. And then from that, what I see is I see a slow grind up from ETH to this area. And when it breaks, this area over here, that's when this ETH BTC chart should break this wedge over here and ultimately start to crack this dominance to start to pull that to the downside. And then we start to get a whole altcoin eruption. Render, we're going to speak about Render. There's a lot of tokens to speak about. And therefore as well, we're starting to get a bounce on the Ethereum dominance as well. So just pay attention to what comes next. Now let's go through a few of these quickly. We have block stacks. Beautiful move. Recorded early. We really did. Well done to those who got it. But for me, I am going to be the person right now is if you go here, we're getting near 618. It's time to take profits on the trade. I love block stacks. I want to hold it for a good period. I just think we're going to get a better entry than where it is now. And I think this has a little bit more room to go over here and there will be a decent pullback. We'll get that pullback again. I want you guys, me personally, taking profits on this move. And I just want you guys to get into the routine of taking profits. This one, you nailed it. I would seriously TP, no financial advice, but that's exactly what I would do. Let's go through the altcoins. So these have only just begun. So guys, I actually want to show you this quickly because this is where it gets interesting and why I want you guys to pay attention to where we're at. So if you have a look over here, we had this long-term trend from Solana. So if I put it up there, look at that. Really, really, really good. And what it's indicating right now is firstly, we bounced in the good horizontal supports here. But what it's showing us is that there's a small move happening right now. So it may look big for altcoins, but it's really small. So what it means is I think the market's going to go up a little bit more, or at any moment is that pullback. But the breakout happens when this small pullback and we break these major trends. This is when dominance comes down, guys. So what we want to do is we want to pay attention to build our positions on these altcoins in these areas over here. Okay, you don't want to get caught too much into getting to resistance now because you are going to have little rejections here. But ultimately, we got to prepare when is the offload from Bitcoin into the altcoins. 𝗕𝗏 Sniper did very well, very well on THETA. She banked a couple thousand, I think it was $10,000 yesterday on a trade, which was really good. So we want to pay attention here that these are the areas that we build up for the break of that area to get that dominance to the downside. And then you're only going to start to see the altcoin eruption. This is not it. There's not alt season yet. This is a little altcoin pump, not alt season. This alt season comes there. When that starts to rampage, now you start getting real growth in altcoins, where they start to come test real areas that they lost a few months back. And those are the areas of a $40 to a $60 Solana. Finally, we never got it on these. We were waiting, and I was waiting, and I had everything loaded up here for there. The market said it needed a bit more time. You needed Bitcoin to get where it needed to get first. We needed to get through the FUD. We need to get through the attacks. Therefore, money had to stay with Bitcoin, but the time is still to come. I don't want to sit here and say that we missed it. That's the biggest thing. I don't care if we've tried 100 times and we may have failed 100 times. I want us to be the ones that we got it. That doesn't matter when it happened. We didn't miss it. That's the big thing. I don't want to miss it. That's the big one. So that's where I see this coming in, guys. So again, it's saying any small-term trades right now, don't be afraid to take profits on your altcoins. Don't be afraid because there is a pullback coming. And on that, we'll make sure we load it up and we are ready to go and the portfolios are ready. And a lot of these altcoins are showing the same thing. Look at MATIC. Look at this, guys. Huge attacks over here. And we're not breaking any major trend lines just yet. So again, it's showing that there's still some growth to the upside over here, but there's going to be a small rejection. And from that, we go. And the way you want to pay attention is whenever you see the rejection come, guys, you want to take your Fibonacci from the bottom to the top and go look at the major areas of where that 618 pullback is. And that's where we want to load up. So MATIC doing great right now. I would TP on some smaller trades. I think it will go a little bit higher. I still think there's more green time today before the pullback, but just take some profits, guys. And I'm not talking your long-term portfolios. Long-term, I feel if you took advantage and you balanced your long-term, give them time to do what they need to do. That I wouldn't touch my long-term. Like my long-term sitting strong at the moment, but any trades, any spot trades, any trading things, I would TP a little bit on this to bank the profits, to have bigger positions because you've just made profits. So when the next pullback comes, you want to build bigger positions than what you had. And that's how you're going to take advantage of it. So you can see a lot of these tokens. I'm sad about AVAX. I worked my ass off in this area over here. It did get the better of me. But luckily this is why I diversified. Luckily my other altcoins went through and I still made money. But what you see over here, guys, is this is very far from just going full bull just yet. It's going to go up possibly a little bit more. And then there is a rejection. And on this rejection over here, there we go. Okay. Now, let's say it doesn't reject. Let's say it goes. Cool. Now you know you're safe. Buy this pullback. There we go. Cool. Just manage yourself, guys. Very, very, very important. So a lot of these trades now, they're going into resistance. I still think if I put on the percentage meter here for the day and maybe for the weekend, that there's still another 5 to 6% growth from altcoins. And then I would definitely start TPing. Even now, I would take 30% profit now. Just start TPing a little bit as things go. Sand. By the way, guys, I just want to say I'm excited. I'm excited because we can trade. So what I decided to do is I'm going to be opening a couple $100,000 portfolios on the show, and I'm going to be running them. It's going to be fun to be trading again. So that's what I'm very excited for, that the market's becoming tradable again. And that's a really good thing. So if we look at sand over here, this is why I took the trade, why I held it over here. And right now, even though I see sand can go up a little bit more, I'm already going to bank as things sit right now. I will probably bank. Is it going to close it all? I'm taking it, guys. I'm taking it because there's a lot more trades to come. A lot more trades to come. So I just banked my sand profits. I do think it can go a little bit more. I definitely do. But I think my next buy is going to be lower than this. And I think the buys are going to come back to these areas. So if they're still 6 to 7% up from these altcoins, like look here on Cardano, there's still a good percentage to the upside. I still think there's going to be a 10, 15% drop after that where I can get the buys. So I'm not afraid TPing out over here, because even if price continues to go up, it will come back at some point. And at least if I'm buying where I got out, but the RSIs are at the bottom, that's good. Right now, my RSIs are at the top, and I have to stick structure to that. So I don't mind if I got out at 30 cents and it goes to 34, and then it comes back to 30 and I buy exactly where I started, but my RSIs are at the bottom this time. And that's the big thing. Last week, even though, and I've been speaking about it for 2 weeks, even though the market was getting really sad, the weekly stochastic said it was coming to the bottom. A bounce is coming on the higher time frame. Let me just put this in here. There we go. It was telling us, don't erase it, don't erase it, don't erase it. And that's where it all happened, guys. So it's crazy. So what trades, if I close those ones, what am I still holding? Is there any trades right now? I think no. I definitely don't. I think you need to pay attention that there might be. And the ones that would be is BNB. So if BNB gets to this range, I think it's got some growth to go. So pay attention to BNB. I think this one can definitely make some strong moves, as well as Atom. Atom's about to break this range, and there's some money to possibly be made. Just keep your stops nice and tight. But Atom looks really good. Let's go through Chainlink. Tomorrow, guys, and I think I'm doing shows on the weekend. We'll see how it goes. I am running a vlog and a few things. But there will be, oh no, okay, I wouldn't do Chainlink. Chainlink's getting to resistance now. A little bit more growth from Chainlink, so I wouldn't get into Chainlink. And then we'll go through all the altcoins. Look at Litecoin. See what I spoke about, guys. I spoke about 2 days back, these gaps. As soon as they break them, that's the coin. But these are all getting to resistance right now. So it looks like BNB and Atom are probably those at the moment. We're going to have a lot of fun with THETA soon. That was the first pullback we looked for. Now it's at resistance. So I think THETA, guys, I want you to zoom out. Imagine this run happens now where we go. Even if it's slow, we go and we go and we go. And there's some shakeouts and we go and we go and we go and we go. And Bitcoin goes back to those high levels. We got to keep thinking like that, guys. You have to. All that I'm saying is, if the bull market comes right now, stick to your strategy. When your higher, your smaller time frame RSIs at the top, just TP out. When at the bottom, we get back in. As long as our higher time frame RSIs are reset and showing that this is a good few months to the upside, then we're happy. Don't be afraid and just keep going. Keep structured and keep level-headed as this whole journey is happening. So I want to quickly speak about, I know we got 𝗏𝗏. We're going to bring 𝗏𝗏 on too. I think we got some other trades. So I want to speak about the trades that I'm still in as well. Let's have a look. So I'm still in THETA. No, THETA's out. I'm still in VET. Let's go in here. Let's go trade. So I got margin trades as well. Just give me 2 secs. Let me just open these things quick. 𝗏𝗏, do you want to jump on, brother? Give me a thumbs up. Let's bring 𝗏𝗏 on. What's happening, bro? Oh, the new sniper.
Hi.
Woo! Okay, I retire, guys. This is the new sniper. His name's Dylan.
How do I look here, bro?
Ah, you look good, bro.
I'm feeling quite comfortable. Welcome to my channel. Huh?
Welcome to your channel. You look good, bro. I love it. So, guys,
I like it here. It's quite comfortable, bro.
He's our top trader, guys. These guys run the live trading sessions every day. Him, Craig, you know, the best you get. If you've done sniper school, you get to join these live trading sessions. But let's look. Let's see if we're actually good. Bill, how's things going there?
So, yeah. So, look, I got a couple of alts I want to show you guys that we caught on the live yesterday. I mean, we're doing these live sessions every day with some of the students. We were just watching this thing. It popped on the live. It was pretty cool. Nice move up now today. We caught Sol live, which was awesome yesterday. We were actually trading 15-minute candles, which is not normally my thing, but we got it. Stack absolute banger. We caught it down here. So the minute the live ended, this thing actually just blew. The guys made some money yesterday. I mean,
what's your thoughts now? Well, what are you looking at now?
This is Dave, our Bybit winner.
Oh, David. Come on, making money, guys.
Right now, things are feeling a little bit frothy. This is Dave. Yeah. I mean, he was on the lives. He's taking out trades. No, it's awesome, bro.
crazy,
so
man.
right now, a little bit frothy for me. I'm my only major position is still a red. I'm looking at scalps. You know, I'm just taking little bits here and there because, like you're saying, I think we're going to get a pullback just now. So yeah, just you know, nothing with major conviction yet at the moment. I mean, this thing PEPE, it's quite annoying. I don't know if you caught this one yesterday, but here it goes again. I see ARB's just broken. But these are 15 minutes, guys. So, you know, you want to catch these things. Like it's probably a bit late now to jump in on this one. And then I wanted to show you guys Prime. I just think it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago. One of them was silver. So we got our entry here, this fib off the trend line that pumped into resistance and unfortunately rejected. So
you did call the short, huh?
it was a 4% move. And then rejected back. And
we're losing 𝗏𝗏, guys. We're losing 𝗏𝗏. Just see there, 𝗏𝗏, if you can just get that sorted quickly. While you are speaking about that, just see if you can get the sound. It's a little bit down. So, guys, PrimeXBT. So we can trade silver with USDT. We can trade many of those. Sign up below. Open up your accounts and join. So when we're shorting silver and stuff, like 𝗏𝗏 called the short on silver. Let's go through PEPE quickly. So we spoke about it. So, guys, do not FOMO into the shit right now. But I do think it's going to become fun to trade. But I spoke about this, guys, and look at this, like absolutely rocking. Now, this is a slight concern because what ruined the last run was the meme run. So now we have this meme run again, and it's like, okay, like we just want to make sure this is controlled and not going too crazy. Otherwise, the leverage hunters come out. But if you're on PEPE, guys, where I do think this goes and where I think we can trade it up to, I don't think it's a trade right now, but 618. So the possibility of doubling from here. So we're going to be a bit of you can see this 236 is going to be resistance. So I think, again, a little bit up, a little bit down, and then go. So again, when it comes to that, let's speak about render quickly. So render, I still think there's this right shoulder, guys. So you see I drew this right shoulder. So render is definitely going to be one of the hottest coins to make money on. I just think there's that right shoulder, and it's around about the 2.1 to the 2.2 area to buy render. And then I think we're going to rock it. Go for it, 𝗏𝗏.
Bro, sorry, got cut off there. I was trying to show you guys this prime situation that I'm on. So I'm long silver at the moment. This is the gold short that we called the other day, and this is playing out very nicely. So Eastern Zone is now lost trend. So this short's well underway now. So quite happy with what's going on here. And then guys, this copper, we gave you a copper long about 2 weeks ago. That's kicked on nicely. So if you've taken that, well done. And there's one more I'm eyeing out here for Prime, which is this is US oil. So right now it's bouncing off this 200-week MA. So it looks like good support. So, you know, any pullbacks down to this area, I want to start laddering in and building a position down here. And then ultimately I'm hoping for this break. And then we're going to see some fireworks on the oil side of things.
Okay, amazing. Appreciate it, bro.
And that's me for Prime, man. And then, yeah, we'll see you guys on the live later for some altcoins.
See you on the live. Thank you, my brother. You guys have been smashing it. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, guys. So another one here is just pay attention to meme season. So just get pay attention to meme season. So look again. We have Shibu. So I just want you guys to stay focused now. Stay focused that your main gold is Bitcoin, Ethereum. Those are the big daddies, the ones that can withstand bear markets. We now can see that doesn't matter how good your altcoin is, it really sucks in a bear market. So again, I just want you to be structured that just make the decision. If you're trading SHIB or trading PEPE, or like, what part of your portfolio is it? It must be small parts, guys. And if you are getting into altcoins, you're getting into it to make you more Bitcoin and Ethereum, because that's the only reason you're getting into it, you want the outperformance of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So just because you're getting to AVAX Solana, you're going to get out of them at some point. And when they rock it up and they do this huge overpowering of Bitcoin or outperformance of Bitcoin, you're actually getting out of them. So just restructure your portfolio and come up with a game plan now, because you just felt the hurts. You just felt what it's like. Send yourself those messages and say, hey, when I get there, I'm taking profits. I don't care what you say. I know this is going to be greedy you. I know this is going to be someone else there. But I'm telling you now, it sucks when it goes down for 10 months. Like, do it, guys. Do it. Be kind to yourself and work with yourself. Make sure you join all of our platforms. Love you lots. I'll see you all on tomorrow's show. Much love, Banter fam. Make lots of love.